Imagine a stench so profound, it seeps into your very bones. Victorian London, 1888. Not the gaslit streets, but the quarantined nightmare of the Isle of Dogs, gripped by an unknown plague. And there, in a derelict attic, an unspeakable artifact, a leather-bound diary, its pages not of paper, but of dried, crusted human skin, painstakingly stitched together, and every single word within it written in viscous, oxidized blood. This wasn't merely a morbid curiosity, it was a prophecy, a grotesque ledger of future atrocities, etched in crimson, describing murders yet to stain the cobblestones. The quarantine had been absolute. Streets once bustling were silent, save for the coughs and screams echoing from behind sealed windows. Desperation curdled into madness. The diary was discovered by a distraught physician, Dr. Alistair Finch, amidst the possessions of a patient who had succumbed to a wasting sickness, a patient whose final, delirious words were of a living book. Finch, skeptical yet desperate for any distraction from the endless procession of the dying, began to pore over its grotesque entries. The ink itself seemed to pulse faintly under his trembling fingers, a sickening warmth emanating from the pages. One chilling entry detailed the brutal disembowelment of a young laundress, Martha Gray, specifying the exact time, the mangled pattern of her intestines, even the faint, coppery tang of her blood. Finch dismissed it as a fever dream until, 2 days later, Martha Gray was found. Every detail, from the contorted facial expression to the precise, ritualistic mutilation, mirrored the diary's description with sickening fidelity. The sheer, sickening reality hit him like a physical blow. This diary wasn't merely a record, it was a foreteller of unimaginable horror, a map to a slaughterhouse. The predictions continued, each more depraved than the last. A baker, flayed alive and nailed to his own shop door. A child, dissolved into a pool of caustic fluids, her scream still echoing in the diary's crimson scrawl. Finch watched his neighborhood descend into a maelstrom of fear and paranoia, the diary's entries mirroring their collective descent into madness. He tried to destroy it, burned it, buried it, submerged it in acid, but each morning, it reappeared, pristine, awaiting new blood-soaked entries. The ink now seemed to throb, almost imperceptibly, against the pages of skin, a faint, rhythmic pulse that whispered of agony. The truth, Finch finally realized, was a horror beyond comprehension. This diary, its pages of stitched skin, its pulsating blood ink, was not an inert object. It was a prison. The entire artifact, from its cover to its gruesome contents, was made entirely of compressed, still-living human consciousness. Every soul lost to the plague, every victim of the diary's prophesied murders, their minds were not gone. They were agonizingly condensed, forming the very substance of the book itself. Their pain, their terror, their dying thoughts, those were the ink, the energy that powered its prophecies, forcing new atrocities to be committed, not just to foretell, but to feed its monstrous, sentient existence. And now, Finch, having touched it, read it, tried to destroy it, felt the faintest, icy tendrils of his own consciousness beginning to seep into its dreadful pages.